go and follow up with Jason and do all that good stuff. That good stuff. All right, guys, we are gonna bring on our guest, Jason. Go ahead and mic up. Let's get into this, everybody. Everybody, please put your hands together for today's guest, Jason Tyler. There he is. There he is. He's here.
What's up, Mike?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. And hold on, let me do something here.
My camera's such lower quality than yours.
That's okay. You're still in the space matrix with me.
I feel like I'm a older VHS version of myself compared to your high def 4K.
This is not 4K. If only it was 4K, then we would I would be partner. I don't know. Do they? I don't even think the partners get 4K. Partners, if you're partnered with Twitch, you get 1080p.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's HD, but not 4K.
I just got a 1080p TV finally.
No way. Stop.
No, it's a while ago. I still have a 720p TV in my bedroom, though. I mean, it's plasma.
When those were like $5,500.
No, it was on sale. It was when they were old. I got plasma when they were trying to get rid of them because they had the other stuff.
The LCDs came in. Man, plasma. My when we moved, my mom gave us a TV, and it's like a flat screen, but it was like one of the first flat screens ever. So it still weighed like 300 pounds, like and like it's flat, but it's like, you know, this big.
It's hot. It's all hot.
I had to lift that up on my son. So I put it in Bishop's room, and then it just lifting it up onto this stupid ass dresser. It almost took me out. It's just no good. But
so, Mike, is it your birthday today?
Not today. It's not today. Today is Herbie Hancock's birthday, but it's not my birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday.
And you turn 40 years old.
Yeah, I'm 40.
40.
40. 40 Lordy.
Yeah, we can just talk about old man stuff here now, right? Now that you're officially joining the protected class of 40-year-old men. I mean, now you know, Mike. Now you're a protected class. In the workplace, they can't discriminate you based on your age.
Let's go. And you know what?
This is what you win at 40 years old.
The AARP already sent me out like my membership forms. So
yeah, what's up with that? Like, they did that to me too. Like, I'm like, what is this? AARP? Like, well, you know, you're getting there. You might want to start thinking about this.
Listen, go and get yourself some AARP.
You still got 5 more years before you might want to get your prostate checked, though. I just looked last night.
That's what the doctor says, but I don't know, man. I feel like I need them to check that out again because my pee's not coming out right.
Oh, I think you want them to check it. I think that's what's going on.
Doctor, please. No. Don't worry about that lubrication. Just get up there, spit. Just use your spit. You can run around almost like Axl Rose, untouchable. That's right. That's
I noticed when I clicked onto your channel that it said for mature audiences, and I had to agree that I was the mature audience. And I said, I guess I'm mature. Well, being just a couple 40-year-old guys hanging out.
A couple 40-year-old guys hanging out.
With a podcast,
Oh man, it is weird. Like, I do feel like all of a sudden, like it's like you wake up and you're just like, oh, I am 40, and then your pee stops coming out right, and
or at the wrong time, or like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like every morning, I wake up because my prostate's getting enlarged.
No,
I have to take a urine at 3 a.m.
It's rough out here, son. Like I've gotten to the point where I can I'll hold it. I usually wake up at 4, and technically I could go to the bathroom, but my pee wakes me up at 4 a.m. and then I'll just lay there and just put it off until as much as I can, and then I
Just
get
got to
up.
go with it, man. You just got to get into the habit, get up, get it out of there, because this is going to be happening worse and worse the rest of your life.
Do you you know, you don't have to admit to anything, but do you take anything for your peace dreams at all?
No, I don't.
They,
I'm on blood pressure medicine though.
well, my doctor says, well, I got the high cholesterols.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, and I've had to make some lifestyle changes here, so I've been not overeating. I'm down about 15 pounds in a couple
Oh, good
months.
man.
Yeah, I was.
I'm not down any weight. I think I've gained weight. The beard, now that I can have this beard, it seems to hide how fat my face has become. So it's hard to gauge in the mirror how fat I am.
Well, it's nice though. I like that your beard naturally colored itself in, like, you know, your lumberjack, you know, Nordsman colors. Jonko Johnson, human body functions best when intaking as little as possible somehow. I think you're right, Jonko, because I don't need much to function. Like I'll eat like for breakfast. I like to eat like an avocado, and I'm good until like past noon. And I don't really eat until I try to do the intermittent fasting, and
Yeah,
so
but have you tried chicken enchiladas before? They're so good. Like, I get it. You're not supposed to eat that much, but like, why is everything so delicious?
I get it. No, it sucks too because I ever since I started working at the old folks' home in the kitchen, I'm constantly just because you're just around snacks all day, especially me because I work with dementia patients and we just like give them whatever they want. So if they want like oatmeal cream pies, they want brownies, they want
Mm, sweets.
anything they want. Cheez-Its, sandwiches. I've been making them peanut butter and chocolate sandwiches, but the chocolate is what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it. I don't know, but there's chocolate liqueur in it. So I've been just getting them.
Mm.
I've been getting them buzzed with the stuff, which is great because you know they're already don't know where they're at half the
Hey,
time, and then
let's
you.
let them live a little, you know?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Let them
saying.
live a little.
We should be give it. There's this one lady in there whose family members bring her gummies. The fucking it's the weed gummies.
I mean,
and
there's scientific studies that say that THC with dementia patients helps them at times become more lucid, right? I've read stuff, I
that true?
swear.
It's
I
true.
think it's
Jason,
true, man. I read it on
you're
the internet, man. Just give your weed gummies to dementia patients.
I actually have a friend who was definitely given like he was taking care of his mom, and she definitely functioned better when he was giving her a steady stream of edibles,
Hmm.
and she was doing okay. He was I don't even know if I should say this. He was also feeding her psilocybin.
Whoa. Like microdosing or macrodosing? What are we doing here?
It depended on the day. It depended on the day. So he was just sort of like, you know, he would put them in gel caps and just give it to her with her medication because she could still like take her pills and stuff. So
Now, was she in a facility at this time?
she is. It just
So,
got too
so
much.
would he just come like drop her off, like drop off some psychedelics and be like, "All
No,
right, good luck, everyone.
no, I
Have
don't
a
think
great
that's how it's
day."
working
No,
now. No, I'm
that's a
pretty.
scenario I pictured in my head. Like, here, Grandma.
Will you make
All
sure
right,
that
good luck.
make sure my mom gets her vitamins every day? Her vitamins. I know someone who was dealing with joint pain, and THC oil helps for sleeping through that. Apparently, yeah, like CBD and stuff. No, I'm a big proponent of CBD and THC for medicinal purposes. medicinal purposes. I'm also into THC for abusive purposes as well, so I can abuse the shit out of them every once in a while. I don't know, man. I've been completely sober lately. It's just been one of those things, but it's been pretty good. It's been pretty
Yeah,
good, and
me
just
too. I don't drink much anymore. I know I quit for like a couple years there,
mm,
but I did like start like drinking in small amounts at different social occasions, just like a beer or two. Because at this point, I don't really want to be drunk
yeah.
anymore. You know,
It does suck. The getting wasted. Although I did get drunk twice last year, and they were very close to each other in time. But in both times was good experiences.
mm.
It's just like the aftermath, man. It's just not worth it. It's just
It's because you're almost 40, man. Now that you're old, things don't operate the same. You don't bounce back anymore. Like,
no. There's no bouncing back.
I say it as a joke, but man, I tell you what, I sit in a chair for 10 minutes. I'm standing up and everything. My knees pop. It's every time. Probably
Ugh.
doesn't help that I weigh 300 pounds, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm working on it.
Hey,
I'm doing this thing right now where you drink your body weight. So however many ounces and your body weight. So let's just say for easy math, I weigh 300 pounds. We won't say if I'm rounding up or rounding down. And I'm drinking 300 ounces of water a day.
wow. I
So
can't.
like at some point, if like you're talking into something today and I like, hold on a second, I'll be right back. I got to go take a leak, just so you know. It's a lot of
No,
it's a lot of water.
no, I drink. I try to drink a lot of water too, and again, I'm peeing more often. So, but when I went to the doctor, they did like an ultrasound, and he looked at my bladder, and he's like, "Oh, didn't you just go to the bathroom?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You still have urine in there." I'm just like, "Oh, I don't feel like I got urine in there." He's like, "That's why you're peeing a lot." I'm just, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. No, I kind of do want them to look at my prostate because they've been giving me this medication called Flomax, and man, it fucks with my whole system. It's supposed to make you pee better, but I don't know.
I think I saw that on a commercial, didn't I?
I mean,
Try
probably,
if you're having issues with it, urine stream. Try Flomax.
yeah. Yeah, side effects may include fucking
Anal
pierced,
fissures.
yeah, anal fissure, pierced perineums. Your fucking guts fall
Loss
out of
of
your asshole.
eyesight.
Yeah, 44. Was it 2020? No, never mind. I'm just killing. I'm dead.
Lactation. What? What are you talking about?
Lactation.
What is going on here? We're the only country, I guess, that does that kind of stuff where we advertise um, drugs and stuff on TV. I guess I didn't realize that that's not a.
No,
But
they do
people
all.
come here from other countries and they're like, "Whoa, there's like drug commercials
Well,
all over
it's.
TV."
I feel like America was like this experiment of like what can we sell and what can we push, and uh, we're like one of the only countries that has like that poisons our food so dramatically. We're the only country that has
It's
fucking.
cost effective.
Well, it does save money because they can put some of these like terrible like the seed oils, like the waste oils from different
Yeah.
plants. They were like, "Oh, I got an idea. We'll just sell it to them as cooking oil." So
Well,
it
like
it's
margarine, like this
oh,
margarine was originally made to like fatten up chickens, I guess.
oh
They used to
Jesus.
put it's like an oil, and then they added a like an additive to make it yellow and harden, so it's kind of like butter. But apparently, it's horrible. Like it was made to fatten up chickens, though. It's weird. Now they're fattening up us,
They certainly are. They certainly are.
clogging our arteries.
Do you think that that whole idea that they want to do depopulation? Do you think there's something behind that? What's up, bloopity bloop, bloppity bloop? Welcome
I
in.
mean, I think there's some data to support it, right? I mean, it doesn't take much to look into it. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I don't
Like,
know, man.
probably. I mean, there is a lot of us, but is there enough of us? I don't know. It's hard to say. There's so much conflicting data when you really try to look into something like that. But I don't know. Maybe.
Well, there definitely seems to be like it's constantly they want us to eat bugs. They want us to stop. You know, we don't want cow farts anymore. You know, they
Have you
want
ever
me.
eaten a bug? Have you ever eaten a bug in your life? I want to know.
I've eaten an ant.
I ate a termite once.
A termite?
Well, I was out in the state of Oregon, and you've heard of tree sitters, the people that sit up in the trees or whatever. I was running stuff out to them to their camp. That's to help them out, and they got into a conversation about eating termites and how they taste like popcorn. And by Job, I ate myself a termite, and it tasted like buttery popcorn. I did. It really did.
It tastes like better.
I
Well,
did it.
ants
It
taste
could have been
kind.
placebo. They're like, this tastes like popcorn.
Oh yeah, yeah, and here you go. No,
It did. It actually didn't taste bad at all. Like just a raw, off the wood termite. Not bad. Not
um,
bad.
well, yeah. Look, we got confirmation here. They only have aspirin commercials, aspirin type of commercials in the Netherlands. So they don't even advertise over there. We're just over here feeding our people poison and bullshit. And
All
it,
kinds of stuff. Like it's all you see. Like I mean, I don't have cable TV, but I do have the internet, and I had stream. And so like I have a couple streaming services where I don't pay enough to not see ads,
yeah, that's
so I
sweet.
still get some ads every once in a while, and then it's weird. It's just drug ads. And then like in streaming services, when you watch commercials, it's like only this company paid for the 60 seconds that you have to watch. So it's like it'll show the 30-second commercial and then fuck it and just show the same fucking 30-second commercial again.
Yeah, just over
It's
and
like
over again. Just
Lomax.
flow, max. Yeah,
Is your prostate enlarged?
they're feeding bugs in Europe too. They've been adding bugs under different names to stuff like peanut butter since the pandemic crisis to save money for protein. What?
What
What?
kind of bugs? Crickets?
Yeah,
I mean, I know crickets are like
oh,
pretty commonly
I've had
eaten.
crickets. I've had cricket protein before.
I had to think. Yeah, you know what? Did have like a chocolate covered cricket at one point. They like it's like a thing.
What was?
That crunchy thorax though. Am I right?
Mmm.
Mm, mm, mm.
Bugs in peanut butter, UK. It comes right up. Oh, well, this says that there's bugs in peanut butter, but it's because 30 insect fragments per 100 grams of peanut butter is acceptable for sale. This means that one jar of peanut butter, there is approximately 238 insect fragments. It is actually really common for insects to be in peanut butter.
Mm. You said even food coloring tastes extracts are different in America.
They are, man. I mean, and then some like that red that there's
The red 40.
is that the red 40? Isn't that made out of bugs?
I don't know.
There's a red dye that's made out of bugs, but bugs protein. Is
Red
that
40's in everything though.
peanut butter is still safe to eat even with insect frag. Ugh, I can't read.
He reads English good too.
Oh, dude, I'm my brain has been cooked. Just doing the most. I think it's a secretion or something like that. Let's see. I'm gonna look up that red dye stuff. Only I can see it, guys. Red. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Red dye bug. Let me see if it even comes up. Scientists are making cochineal caramine is primarily used color in lipstick.
That's synthetic dyes such as Red 2 and Red 40.
Okay. They're made from animals?
Um, saying Starbucks stopped using it. The truth about red food dye made bugs
Oh,
includes carmine, coconut extract, natural red 4.
nice. I love it.
The idea that any business would try to feed insects to a largely bug-adverse populace may seem remarkable, but considering its alternatives, if it doesn't come from a bug, it may come from something worse. What fucking be worse? Blood, the blood of people, people blood, kitten
People.
blood.
The red dye is people. Oh, so this is.
Listen, I mean, if all I had was Soylent Green, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna not eat, you know.
That's true. I mean, if your family is starving and stuff, you're gonna figure it out.
Oh, he's
Um,
got the he's presenting here. I like it.
yeah, I present. So yeah, that's what you were saying too. Is the cochineal, caramine, or whatever it is. We got all kinds of stuff. We're eating bugs constantly. I mean, even just bugs that are get into our food because that's just part of the processing of the food. We're eating bugs. We're eating
Yeah,
bugs.
I'm good with it, but it don't mean we got to straight up eat bugs. I mean, maybe that's the future. That's the future liberals want.
those
You eating bugs.
those fucking leftists.
They took my chicken.
They they already have. Let's see. They already have synthetic meats that they say are ready for the shelves.
A secretion, Bloppity Bloop 1 says. I think it's a secretion. Secretion. It sounds like a dirty word.
Kinda is, isn't it? She was secreting on my chin. There it is. I did it. The science. I want to see that synthetic meat. Eating meat without slaughtering animals. Okay, hold on. I thought they had a whole thing. Let me go to YouTube because that shit is interesting.
What, fake meat?
Yeah, have you seen that shit?
They have the grown meat. I read something where they genetically engineered a ball of bison.
Yes.
Like not bison, like mammoth.
Yeah, it was
like
mammoth.
Prehistoric meat. They like took its DNA and then raised prehistoric meat. What's that all about?
Mammoth meatball.
Not.
The creationists hate mammoth meatballs.
There it is.
When introducing mammoth. Hold on. Here, I gotta share this with you. There we go. Hey, fuck nuts. They clone the meat, yeah. Well, I was talking to a vegan and she was saying that she would eat that meat. She would get at
mammoth?
Yeah. Because it's not
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Remember when the rumors were swirling back in like the late 90s that KFC was
oh yeah,
growing meat?
Yeah, what I heard was that KFC grew chickens without like feathers and stuff. It just came out. They're all like skin, and they're all just sort of lab grown. And
okay, so I worked at KFC all through high school from 1990. Oh my God, I'm so old. The 1900s, 1996 to 98, 99. And during that time frame, I was there when they transitioned to this new chicken.
Uh-oh.
So we used to have to marinate the chicken ourselves. It would like in a net bag, and you'd throw it in the thing and put the marinade in there and let it kind of slow tumble and marinate for X amount of time. But then it started coming in these weird plastic bags, and like all the chicken looked the exact same. I mean, there was no like variation to it. And then like every once in a while you'd get like pieces that were like grafted together almost like two breasts that were like this, and then they looked like the exact same. And there was like some rumors and whatnot, but I don't think it was ever confirmed that they were growing chickens, but they did say that they were machine marinated.
And sometimes they would just glue together. Uh, it looks like they want to do 3D printing of lab grown meat. So KFC is experimenting with testing lab grown nuggets. But I thought that they had lab grown shit already. But let's check out a little bit of this mammoth thing here. Yes, I read the ingredients all the time, Django. That shit is gross. Over here is gross. I bet in the Netherlands it's way better. I just feel like in Europe they care a little bit more about people. I don't know.
It seems like it.
A little bit.
I do read the ingredients on the products. And if I don't have any clue what it is, I'm always leery. But I do eat a lot, but I try to eat healthier type things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I stopped eating meat.
Mom's gonna 3D print a chicken tonight. Is this Back to the Future in reality? It's like it's hydrating the pizza, but instead like, ooh, what's for dinner tonight? Well, I'm gonna 3D print a turkey. It's Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving! Yay!
We're gonna 3D print some sausages.
Well, I mean, if they could get it down right, it would be dope. But I don't know if we're there yet. But I could have swore I saw that there was a country that was about to start selling this shit.
Cloned meat.
Just like lab grown meat. In the Netherlands, it's better, but we still have American products. Some of the ingredients might be removed, but it's definitely everywhere in the West. So you're still getting. You got to go to Asia and Africa to get clean food. What?
Bloppity bloop. Shit, the dark meat cartridge is empty.
Oh shit. That's
hold on. We gotta switch out the dark meat cartridge.
It's like running out of black ink.
I mean, I'm already seeing it in my mind. It's just tubes that you hook to the 3D printer and it prints your chicken. But
it sounds delicious.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if it tastes good, it tastes good. It is what it is. We already lived too long as it is.
I mean, shit. I want to live enough to see like my kids. I want to see my grandkid.
Yeah, me too.
Shit.
10,000 years ago, these giants roamed the Earth. But climate change destroyed every last one of them.
Here we go.
Unable to adapt to the dramatic
climate
speed in which
change.
their landscape transformed.
It does look delicious, though. I just want to throw it out there.
A monumental symbol of what we stand
I'd fucks with a mammoth. I'd fucks with a mammoth.
Species are at
give me one
risk
of them
of
haunches.
extinction in the face of accelerating climate change, including the human race. We can still help change the course of this massive extinction crisis by addressing one of the biggest drivers of climate
this
change.
is such a lot.
This is our moment to
fact that the global food system is the primary driver of biodiversity loss.
The extinction crisis is massive, since it puts 1 million species on the brink.
We must radically change how we produce food and start eating for tomorrow.
WSEG's mission is to feed billions of humans. We want to change everyone's conception of what meat is and what it can be. We do this by growing meat from the cells of animals instead of the animals themselves. We call it cultured meat.
Cultured
You can
meat.
do something
It's very
efficiently in
cultured.
the laboratory in a controlled environment, and you've got a technological solution that works. We should use that.
Did we kill the
Meat
mammoth?
significant.
We should use that. I'm just making fun of these guys.
They're trying to change the world. We're making fun of them. I mean, it's still weird. It's still fucking weird. How did we kill the mammoths? Is it
I
climate?
think it was the whatever global catastrophe event that happened killed them off.
Oh god.
significantly reduces the climate change impacts that's normally associated with regular meat production.
Not only can cultured meat save our planet, but it's tastier than most meats out there right now.
Oh,
This meat
see,
is
he's got me.
achieving great flavor.
Tastier?
It
He says
tastes.
it's tastier?
Yeah, I mean,
That don't look very tasty, though. I'm just throwing that out there. Looks like some
from
shit on the grill.
animals
it
we've
does
overlooked.
look
And I
like
think
shit
in terms
piles.
of from extinct animals.
The technology is moving faster than regulatory pathways can keep up. The world needs cultured meat now.
The mammoth is a symbol of loss. But we wondered,
Here we go.
could this prehistoric creature also become a beacon of hope? Introducing the mammoth meatball.
The
Mammoth meatball. Quite a name, isn't it? It's huge. I never thought I'd be eating a meatball made of mammoths. But I think
Me
it
neither.
captures how science tries to do the impossible.
Goal behind creating the mammoth meatball was really about starting that discussion around food and what that decision to eat meat really means for the world at large. By bringing an extinct protein back to life, we first
recipe.
identified a mammoth gene called myoglobin that gives meat that meaty taste that we expect in red meat. We then use publicly available data to identify the DNA sequence in mammoth. We filled in any gaps.
Publicly
in the
data?
DNA
Where
sequence
the
of
hell
this
do you get
mammoth
DNA
myoglobin
mammoth
gene
data?
by using the genome of the African
From-
elephant, the mammoth's
Oh, Jesus,
closest
wait.
living relative.
That
So we inserted the mammoth
you
myoglobin gene.
you get it from cells because we found intact mammoths, and then you get the DNA cells from them, and then they could start putting them in a grow dish or whatever, and then now they're inserting elephant DNA into it too.
Oh, to kind of fill the gaps.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Into our cells using a
No.
DNA sequence of
Some
this
Jurassic
mammoth
Park
expected
shit right
red
here.
meat.
For real.
We then use publicly available data to identify the DNA sequence in mammoth. We filled in any gaps in the DNA sequence of this mammoth myoglobin gene by using the genome of the African elephant, the mammoth's closest living relative. So we inserted the mammoth myoglobin gene into our cells using a very low current and high voltage charge. Then we continued to grow and multiply these cells, just as would occur in a mammoth thousands and thousands of years ago. And what that means is we've got a lot of cells.
You see that? It was like what my face
And the amazing-
microwave sees. That guy's face looking in the mammoth meat cooking. He's like, here we go. Time to get some 10,000 old meat here.
Let's go, 10,000-year-old meat. I mean, I'm not poo-pooing it because if you've ever driven by like a cow farm, or if you've ever driven by like in Central Valley,
Texas?
California, yeah, oh yeah, those places, those cesspools are disgusting. Those animals are living on top of each other in the desert and shit. It's fucking gross. So, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to not have to have that kind of suffering with animals just to feed us, just so we have like dollar burgers.
I'll be honest with you, I don't really eat beef.
Yeah, that's what I stopped eating was beef and pork.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat like I had a ham sandwich at work yesterday because they brought them in for Easter or whatever. I'm not like an anti-pork or anything, but I'm pretty much just like chicken and fish,
Yeah.
which some people don't even consider meat. You know,
Well,
does that even count?
it does kind of count.
I gave up meat. I gave up meat for Lent. You're eating a fish sandwich right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, for some people it does. I guess.
Poultry, fish and poultry.
So is that pescatarian, or is pescatarian just fish?
Just fish. Yep.
Well, then whatever.
Mm.
I'm trying to stay away from beef and pork too. My mom brought over a pot roast the other day, and I hadn't eaten beef in a while, and I ate beef, and I remember when I went to lay down, I was like hot and sweating in the bed and stuff. I was getting meat sweats. It was gross. It was disgusting.
Was it delicious though when you ate it?
It was really fucking good. It was really good, but yeah,
So I want some thoughts here. Like, would you eat this?
Yeah,
I would eat it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm already thinking about what I'd put it in. Like,
I wouldn't
you know?
have like a burger. I wouldn't care. What do I look like? Or you could make mammoth sausages. You know, you could.
Well, I'm kind of like trashy, so I'd go with like hamburger helper with it. We'll just make mammoth helper. You know, just toss it in some double cheeseburger macaroni.
There you go. Just put it in a hot dish, baby. Send it out.
Just real weird.
It is weird. It's very weird. Ground beef is mid. I agree. Ground beef. No, I see. You were a pescatarian, then you went vegetarian. I've been vegetarian. I tried like veganism for like a day. It was awful. When I live in California, of course, I was vegetarian for a while in California, and I lived here when I was dating a hippie, and she was vegetarian, so I didn't really eat meat a lot.
I'm vegan. Then why? All I eat is Funyuns.
Dark chocolate. I'm interested in this mammoth burger here.
The thing about this is that not a single animal needed to die to produce the mammoth meatball.
After years of extensive research, the mammoth meatball is finally here.
Cultured meat sparks my creativity as a chef. It's a new playground.
I love the moment when people try it. There's total magic there. You see this wide-eyed surprise when they put it in their mouth for the first time, and that it's super delicious.
That's what she
Cultured
said.
meat is going to need the support of political systems to generate enough momentum and money to
What's
support
with all this
brand new technology.
nitrogen?
Yeah, what's the deal?
We need to think
They're trying
differently
to
about our
freeze
future.
P1000.
We need to get
Yeah, it was like what's even happening here? Oh, and then they're doing like what's that, like when they do science and cooking at the same time? I forget what they call that.
Alchemy? I don't know.
No, it's like a certain kind of cooking and stuff where it's like they like freeze stuff quickly and like
Oh yeah.
it's weird, whatever.
get smarter. When we think about food and manufacturing at scale, we need to think holistically. We need products that are ultimately better without destruction. They need to be better for the planet and sustainable for the future.
The mammoth meatball.
The mammoth meatball.
Climate change is reversible. We just need to get all of
Moving Dutchman. Thank you so much for that sub. Thank you for gift subbing Jason there. Jason, you are now subbed to this channel. Moving Dutchman, good to see you. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Yeah, this meatball looks sus.
It's a mammoth meatball. It sounds like something you call somebody, you know, hey, you mammoth meatball.
You're a mammoth meatball. Oh, Lord.
What's his name? You know, that mammoth meatball down the road.
Yeah, man. Yeah, these fucking
Sorry,
mammoth
I'm just like to come on your show and make voices.
That's okay. It works.
humanity to work together.
Let's eat our
It
way
doesn't
out
look good,
of
though.
extinction.
It doesn't. Mammoth meatball. Dutch invention. Well, okay.
Go to mammothmeatball.com.
Did it say the mammothmeatball.com? Oh.
I mean, here's the thing. I'd eat it.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that's how the zombie apocalypse starts, but I don't know, whatever.
Well, I think that if you're eating, I think if they could get it right and it could taste good, you know, why not? It really is gross. Those industrial farming places are really nasty.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You know, when I think I was in El Paso, I was taking a Greyhound back from Tucson, Arizona, and I found myself in El Paso, and we drove by it. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, big beef farms out there, but there was like what it looked like a steroid beef farm, because these cows were just all crammed together, but they were all just like they're mammoth, like unnaturally large muscle tone, and I was like, they just have to be stuffed full of hormones and growth hormones to, it's pretty gross. And then pig farms, disgusting. I tried culture meat. Is this food the future? I mean, here's the thing, I eat Beyond Burger. I don't know what the fuck's in that.
That sounds gross too, though.
Bunch of soy. Make my boobies bigger.
Let's go.
You're hearing a lot about cultivated meat that's produced from animal cells without actually having to kill the animal. And it seems to check all the boxes. It's better for the environment, it's better on your wallet, and it's cruelty-free.
Is it better on my
mission
wallet?
to find out more.
I don't know.
I can't believe
what's up with all this nitrogen stuff
that I'm going to use.
The first animal cell. All the
They just got dry ice on tap for all of it.
Everywhere.
They're trying to make it look as sexy as they can.
To the final chicken breast can all be produced under one roof. This is what we think the future of meat and poultry and seafood production will be like.
Right, where's the rest?
First couple hundred.
Where's the rest?
Where's the rest?
Yeah.
I see like a bite of food.
Right. They're not showing it very much of it. It looks yummy.
People in the world who's eating cultivated beef.
So cool. The fact that you can manipulate and edit this to exactly what you need is going to revolutionize the food industry.
I mean, that doesn't look good. That don't look good at all.
No, it doesn't.
That looks
doesn't
like
look good. 2 thumbs down.
I thought that was supposed to be like some shit I mean, if that's what they're really trying to pass off, like, what the fuck is that white stuff? Like, what is that?
It looks like some 3D printed, like, it looks like a cartoon steak that they throw the dog, you know?
Yeah, like it's made out of some sort of rubber type material. Yeah, that doesn't look right. I don't know.
Is it fat? Is the white stuff supposed to be the fat that cooks in?
I think so.
I don't like it.
I don't like how that looks at all. That looks terrible. Who wants that? We're not here for that.
What I don't understand about, I was vegan for quite a while actually, and it was okay. I was doing it for health purposes, and then just kind of gave it up. But like, what I don't understand is why do they always make everything try to taste like meat? When there's protein options that are vegan, like, but why is the goal to make everything taste like meat? It doesn't have to, but maybe it's just cultural. It's just how we are.
Yeah, in the fact that vegans want to go out and buy fucking like vegan bacon. Like, why would you even want that? I mean,
what even is this?
It's not even close to. It's all just. To me, it's just
dog
like
treats.
Yeah, exactly.
Soy dog treats.
It's pretty.
But your dog like sniffs. It's like, I don't think so.
Seems like
I'm
a lot of
gonna pass on this.
Seems like a lot of resources save the environment, and we still spend gobs of money on fuel and energy, driving shit all over. Yeah, well, even if we did stop, even if America stopped polluting tomorrow, we'd still have China that's doing plenty of polluting on their own. There's other countries that don't give a shit as much as we do. Even though I think we
as long as we're getting it from somewhere else and we're not tearing up our country to get this stuff, like, it's fine, right?
Exactly.
We'll just let them tear up huge holes in Africa and let the workers get stuck in mines.
Ugh.
Was this? This said the gristle cartridge is in overdrive.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. It's the gristle cartridge. It's just like in there. Meat tastes better. You're right. You're right. Meat just does taste better, and that is a better way to market it because people want meat because it's ingrained in our DNA to survive. Because we ate mammoth 10,000 years ago. It's all because of this mammoth, and now we're bringing it back just to remind us that we have to eat mammoth that's 10,000 years old and 3D printed.
Yeah.
Where were they doing that at? Did it say where that was happening? Looked European.
The mammoth thing. Let me see. 10,000 years ago.
Is like some show? Yeah, what we got? Should wear my glasses. I should have worn my glasses.
Is it called Vow? Hold on. Vow, not Vow. Vow. Entirely grown in a lab.
Big Brother says, "Eat your mammoth."
Eat your mammoth and sit down. Is it Australia? Meatball. Yeah, it's Australia.
Australia. That makes sense. There's some weird stuff in Australia when you start looking into it.
Dutch, you meatball. You mammoth ball.
Oh. Yeah, Dutch, you're a mammoth meatball.
You're a mammoth. God, I can't even do it.
Mammoth meatball. Ball.
There you go.
In there.
Yeah, where's those synthetic meats, son?
How did we get into this rabbit hole or mammoth hole here?
Hey.
If you're
and there'll be a larger.
Doesn't look good.
Look,
blown right now.
Oh, it's so good.
The texture is perfect.
That's a chicken.
Is there.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
That looks alright.
Tender. The flavor profile is. It's chicken. It's chicken.
Flavor profile, yeah.
I can see the stringiness. It's pulling apart very nicely, like so flaky, so tender. I will eat this whole thing if you need me to. Okay.
I would eat that. That looks alright.
Yeah.
Things taste like chicken, but this actually does.
But Upside Foods isn't alone in trying to create lab-grown meat for market. The Good Food Institute, a think tank working in alternative protein innovation, estimates that there are more than 150 companies working on lab-grown meat products with $2.6 billion in investments.
Just to be clear, cultured meat is not a meat substitute if you're vegan, vegetarian, or are avoiding meat for religious reasons.
Stakeholder Foods, another cultivated meat company, is
Stakeholder.
pioneering a technique that combines 3D printing technology with cultured meat, where you can literally 3D print your own steak.
Yes,
Here's
I
the
am
gristle
ready for the
cartridge
meat of
right
the
there.
future. What
See the
steak do
gristle
I want?
cartridge?
Do I want an entrecote, a picanha, a sirloin? All right,
This is
we are going
Back
to
to the
choose
Future.
entrecote, which is going to take 5 to 10 minutes to print. I like a little bit leaner, so I'm going to do 30% that portion. Send it to print.
Oh my god.
Nah.
The machine
We're not
is
there yet.
I'm having
between
moral
muscle cells
conflict
and
here.
fat
I
cells
don't know.
for the ideal marbling for my steak. And
Oh,
it's
she picked the
wild
marbling.
to see.
Though the machine says the steak is going to be ready in about 5 minutes, it actually takes about 2 to 3 weeks for the steak to mature before we can eat it. The cells inside the 3D printed steak need time to grow muscle fibers for it to stay intact.
The process today that meat is produced, for cow, for example, it takes 2 years to grow it. In these 2 years, a lot of emissions are extracted to the air. The cow drinks a lot of water, it eats a lot of crop, and then it's shipped from one place to another place and then slaughtered. In the cultured meat way, it takes us a few weeks to produce a steak with more than 90% less water, so it's much more efficient and much more sustainable to create meat in this way.
I was able to taste Stakeholder's hybrid meat product, which combines plant-based ingredients with cultivated beef cells that give it that unique meat flavor.
Pleasantly surprised by the texture. It's got a ground beef consistency. I know it's plant protein with animal fat infused in. I can taste the beef. It totally mimics the real thing.
Why is it so funny? I can taste the beef.
Because it looks like, you know what it reminds me of? Have you seen any of the South Park, did you see the South Park Paramount movies that they're having?
I did.
The P one, You know, where
and
they're when they're making fun of the celebrities who are like eating bugs and shit. It's like this is the future. That's what it reminds. That's what her face.
I can taste the beef.
I
just want a flash in of the "Where's the beef" lady.
Right.
Where's the beef?
I thought that too. Where's the beef at?
You're old. Because you're almost 40. You know who that is.
This is probably gonna be McDonald's in 10 years. You're probably right.
I mean, didn't they already use like partially soy something patties with McDonald's? Because remember they did the whole thing where they were like, they're all beef patties, registered trademark, all beef.
They had to tell people.
But it wasn't all beef
right.
patties.
It was part soy, right?
Some beef patties. Some
part beef patties. Yeah, well, I mean, it's already, they already have some weird kind of crap that they're doing in the pink slime, right? The fucking pink slime that they have to add to the meat to keep it processed, to keep it red, like ground beef.
Let's see what's going on.
Like ammonia.
I want my marbling in the pattern of a pixelated Rick Astley.
Please.
Yeah, can we get artistic with these 3D printed steaks?
Like how they do with like cappuccinos with the foam. They make little hearts and stuff on the foam of a cappuccino. You can do that with your steaks now. You can get like little hearts.
That's how we got here. We were talking about bladders.
Yeah, well, we were talking about.
Then he talked about eating less, and now here we are, watching a woman eat fake meat on YouTube, saying, "Where's the beef?
I can taste the beef." Oh my god!
You can taste it.
Well, I mean, again,
I'm not anti this stuff. Like, I think give it 100 years. Like, we're the test subjects, though. We got to understand that in this next couple generations that we're in, we need to see long-term effects first, and then we'll adjust from there. Need a good 20 years of data, and then
because we don't know how this stuff is going to work on us in the long term. I mean, we've been eating cows and chickens and pigs and stuff for hundreds of, maybe not thousands of years, and it's also,
where's the stuff come from? Because it still has to be created from something. So what are they have to be using some sort of natural resource still
they're
to
lab
create the fake meat.
They're
growing it, but what are they using? Like, they have to be using something to grow it. Like, that's my curiosity, is like what is making it, right? Because they're still 3D printing it with something. What's that? What is it?
What are they using?
Yeah.
Sci-fi food. Maybe they'll tell us.
I would eat this. I'm eating it now. This is a thumbs up from me.
So you've seen cultured chicken, cultured
Listen, the
beef,
chicken
even
looks
a
all right.
3D printed steak.
How
is cultured meat really produced?
That doesn't look good.
It all starts in the lab.
Maybe they're telling us.
I headed to Sci-Fi Foods to see their cultivated meat lab, where animal cells are stored in cryopreservation, ready to be grown into cultured meat.
Oh yeah, bring the funk with that funky meat.
Okay, so you're gonna have to put a face shield on. Perfect.
Funky
and that's
meat.
just gonna
Ready to
protect
go.
your face
Funky
from any
meat.
potential for splashing of liquid nitrogen.
Squashing of liquid
Sci-Fi
nitrogen.
Foods stores their
Here we
cultured
are
meat cells
again.
in
Yeah.
cell lines, collections of stem cells that are stored at negative 160
Stem cells,
degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about our cell lines is that we can freeze them, essentially in suspended animation, and then they are able to stay at that low temperature for a very long time, potentially indefinitely. And then when we're ready to work with them, we can actually pull them out of cold storage.
Scientists use a needle and a biopsy-like procedure to harvest stem cells from the muscle or fat tissue of the animal. According to the companies, the animals are put under anesthesia or sedated to minimize pain and prevent stress. That's not only more humane because animals are no longer slaughtered, but it also
Watch out,
removes the
Rocky's
need
gonna
for
come
animals
along
to
and
be
box
raised by
those up.
huge factory farms. According to the Humane Society, factory farms account for more than 99% of livestock production in the U.S.
Go ahead and open the hatch. Yes. Now you can reach in there and grab one
Yes.
of the racks and just pull it out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, cool, right?
Oh my
That is actually full of hundreds and hundreds of cells in individual cryo tubes.
Each one of these boxes has
96 samples of cells.
Oh,
yeah.
My gosh.
So then we can just put it back into the liquid nitrogen to keep those guys
put
nice
it back,
and cold.
put it back.
Close the hatch and put them back to bed, as it were. Tuck them in.
Stay safe.
Would you like to look at some cells?
I'd love to.
The cells are at the beginning stages of regeneration. In the Sci-Fi Foods lab, scientists will manipulate the cells, altering their structure to produce a specific quality in the final product, like more fat cells for flavor, or faster growth for a more efficient process. I sat down with Joshua March, the CEO of Sci-Fi Foods, to discuss the environmental problems cultured meat production and consumption can help solve.
Beef, unfortunately, is one of the biggest contributors to climate change. It's responsible for a huge amount of methane emissions. It's one of the most potent greenhouse gases. It's also responsible for a huge amount of deforestation. What I see is what we're doing in cultivated meat is kind of electrifying the cow, right? We're basically figuring out how to grow real beef, but without any of those land use issues, without any of the methane emissions. The only thing we need really is kind of electricity and energy input. And obviously we can power that renewably. All right, well, we should eat a burger.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you. You're
welcome.
Cheers.
That's really good.
I'm actually going to be real hungry after we this
I know,
podcast.
I know.
I think if you would
All those
have
fake
also
meat.
made
Yeah, this fake meat's getting me bricked
I don't
up.
think I could tell the difference. And it doesn't taste like any of the plant-based burgers that I've had either.
It's the biggest thing that the cells do.
They said
When
the
you add
stem
that real
cells were from
cultivated beef,
cows. They sedated
completely
them and
masks
took them out
anything.
of them. Sorry, Jonko's asking where the stem cells. They like injected them from the cows. They were alive. They kept them alive though. They just need a little of your stem cells.
Just let me get a little stem cell. We don't have to. I mean, if it stops suffering and it stops the pollution, there's nothing wrong with that. And again, like you were saying earlier, there's so many conflicting back and forth with climate change and stuff. It's hard to even know what's real.
Yeah, you're completely right, Jonko. You know, it's a trade-off. If you stop eating beef and then you cut everything down for soybeans, then you're killing everything that lives on the ground to then plant soybeans. Like, I think really the issues is really cultural in the way that we've come to know agriculture as mass farming and monocropping and culturally, like people are like, oh, I'm gonna eat extra meat because I know a vegan. For every vegan I meet, I'm eating an extra steak tonight because it's like people identify with their masculinity or whatever they want to call it with their beef eaterness. I don't understand that either.
I have high cholesterol. I'm a fucking American, god damn it.
I'm American. I'm on 100 milligrams of low sartan a day, but god damn it, I eat my steak.
Take statins. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Those burgers don't look good to me. Those do look a little weird, but maybe they look like normal burgers. I don't know.
It looks better than a White Castle burger. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Those White Castle burgers are barely hanging on to each other.
Here's the thing. I'm curious, and I like to eat. I'd eat it. I mean, I'd eat it, and then I'd probably be like, in a pinch.
Yeah. Well,
you just gotta
again, why
warm
not?
up the machines.
Get those.
What's what he said? He said the only thing we use is a bunch of electricity.
That's it.
Well, that's got to come from somewhere.
Right, and then the whole Tesla thing. I saw Jonko was saying that earlier about Tesla and electric cars. Electric cars, can they grow vagina so I can attach it to my real doll?
I don't know who GZDR4Ev is, but listen, I mean,
oh man,
only mammoth vaginas is the only thing that they can grow right now. It's the only thing that they've been able to figure out. Just 10,000-year-old mammoth vaginas. Words I've never said together in my life.
Why are you gay?
I love this.
Why are you gay?
Have you ever seen that video?
Why are you gay?
It's like this. I think it's like Nigerian. I don't know. It's this Nigerian interviewing a transgender man, and that's his first question. He turns to
Why
me,
are you
gay?
Have you seen the video of the man at church service who proclaims that he's no longer gay? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, he's like, oh Lord, I'm
not gay. I love women. That might be my favorite video on the internet. You probably should play that for context because it's worth it.
What do I search?
I am not gay church. Church. It's got to be on there.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Oh, women. Now, listen, y'all praise God with him.
I love that he's like projecting everything he wants to do. I will not carry a purse. I will not dress like a woman.
I mean, I mean, I hate to be a bearer of bad news, fella, but from what I understand, is that it's not really much of a choice. But it is what it is. Good for him. He loves women.
Oh yeah, I will love women's. 2 weeks later, he's backed away. He knows best. Yes, same. Right back to it. Right back to action. Hold on. I love women's.
African presenter who's trying to pronounce Western soccer clubs.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
No.
Well, will you look it up?
Well, hold on.
Why are you gay?
I love men. I love women's.
That was worth it. I appreciate you playing that. I laughed so much I kind of got lightheaded over here.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I like women. Women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him.
He hopped away though.
Somebody believe God with him.
Oh, let's go.
I mean, he's getting it.
He is.
We don't just preach condemnation. We preach reconciliation.
It was worth it.
Every second.
He did like throw in that deeper voice, didn't he? He had to get it down low.
His masculinity is alright. Is this it? Can't pronounce football teams. Is this gonna say something bad?
Everton versus Manchester United. Crystal Palace versus Leeds United. Chelsea versus Sheffield United.
That was pretty close.
West Ham United versus Fulham. Spanish La Liga. Saturday. Huesca versus Alba.
Barcelona. What country is this from?
Real Betis Sylvia versus.
He just moved on. They just moved on. He didn't even finish that one. I don't know where it's from. Somewhere. I don't know.
Osmana. Ana Osmanu.
Asasuna?
Either Osmana or Osmanu. You can take it like that, okay?
Okay. Figured that.
Atletico Madrid versus
Atletico Madrid. Cadiz.
German Bundesliga.
He just laughed. Bundesliga.
He knew.
Versus Windbrook. Union Bremen versus Alman River. Mazin 05 versus Shaking 04.
It would just be like if an American was trying to pronounce African. It would probably be even worse than that.
So bad. Like that would be if Americans did it. We just make everything in an English word.
Yeah, like tortillas.
Like this is yum. I'd put some good old mammoth on a tortilla, on a 3D printed tortilla.
Tortilla, making a quesadilla. Make quesadilla, and it's like he forgets how to speak halfway. But he's probably not. That he probably reads whatever his language is probably pretty proficiently, and English and Spanish, they can be probably pretty confusing. In any case, it's hilarious.
Agreement versus Halta BSC. Stagata versus Frankfurt. Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. Before all currency football club.
Oh my god. Anyways,
that was fun.
Did you see the I think Jonko brought up Bill Gates, but not to take this into like super shady territory where they have where YouTube, or I'm sorry, not YouTube, but Twitch bans come from. But they were just releasing this information about Moderna and how they released. Well,
you've been flagged.
Who? Yeah. They released like 100,000. They developed 100,000 vaccines in 2019. And maybe that's possible because they started knowing about it right after it started to spread, from wherever it started to spread. And then, but Moderna, they also found a direct DNA, what was it? It's the DNA makeup both in the vaccine and in the virus itself. There's some matching DNA. And that's like 100. It's like 1 in a trillion chance that would be that, unless they were working together. So I know I'm stammering. Look, I'll just put on the video, and you guys can just watch the video because I'm stammering all over this shit. Hold on.
What's going on with my double screen there? How do you doing that? I'm like doubled.
Oh yeah, because you're able to hear stuff if I don't share the screen with you.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hold on, where is it? Damn it. Hold on. Where pronouns police? Look at this.
Oh, you can log on TikTok on a computer?
Yeah, but
You're so tech savvy.
No.
I use TikTok on my phone.
Me too. Hold on. This is pissing me off. Hold on. Here, we'll go back to here for a second. So you guys don't have to look through my shit. Hold on. I'm looking for this stupid video. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to take away from the validity of it. I'm just saying that there's some weird stuff going on. Everybody should go get vaccinated if you want to get vaccinated. Don't if you don't want to. That's, you know, do your thing. I'm not judging anybody. This is pissing me off though. All right, welcome to... I'm trying to find stuff.
Good. I find stuff good. Anything good and juicy always gets lost with the algos for a short time. Yeah, sure does.
Well, it pisses me off because I just saved it. Hold on.
I don't like talking too much about the vax situation. All I'm saying is 0 jabs. Yeah, I think, you know, we've kind of shown that it's probably fine if you didn't, right?
Yeah, get it or don't. That's my shit. I don't really care.
We find good content. Content good.
Yeah, this is... Oh, I bet I got taken down.
Probably.
Most of the videos I save get taken down. That's why I can't find it. Okay, well, anyways. Tell me about the new single, dude. We've been talking shit all this time, just watch videos.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about the new single.
So let's see. I mean, we started messing with it a while back. You know, Zach was like, let's record something. And, you know, I'd recently kind of started playing guitar more, I guess, like within the last year. I hadn't really been playing much guitar, and I never really like learned how to play guitar well. I don't feel like I never really like practiced and learned techniques and stuff like that. So, you know, I learned a bunch of Grateful Dead songs, a lot of Jerry style riffs, and I started thinking about some of my songs. You know, some things started to click in my brain when it came to guitar solos, and you know, I really started. And I mean, I don't know if you remember in Christmas time, I started doing all those Christmas songs where I was sounding out all the Christmas songs, and kind of transferred my skills to just try to start sounding things out and going that route. But anywho, the song, you know, originally was called Soul Maybe, and then when I released it as an acoustic song off my album Live at Suburban Bottle, available on all streaming networks right now. Jason Tyler Black, Live at Suburban Bottle. I recorded that in the end of 2019. I started rethinking this song because I played it with a capo because I didn't really like think about what key it was in or anything, you know, but I reimagined it in its a sort of fashion that ended up recording, but it definitely evolved through the recording process as well. You know, put the scratch tracks down, got the bass part, and you know, I hit Drew up to get the drums, and I sent it to him, and he sends it back to me with him playing the organ.
Well, he has a B3, right?
Well, he has that the Nord setup too, but he also just got this like Mojo organ thing. It's like a 2-tier organ thing, but he's like, I know you wanted drums, but
I put the organ. It sounds good. It's legit.
Here's organ, and which I went over there one night and we hung out, and he actually put the organ tracks down, and then about a week later I went over there and we recorded him playing the drums, and then the guitar solo really kind of evolved over the course of the recording process, and the way the guitars that are all in it as well. Originally it was like more full chorded, but then the bass kind of had a lot going on for the song, and Zach was trying to change the bass to a more very simplified bass line, but I just didn't really like it, so I ended up with the kind of the simple distorted riffs that ended up in the song. But I really think the guitar solo turned out really well, and then myself and my wife did the vocals on it as well, which evolved again over the course of time. We ended up, recording's weird, especially when you have everything at your disposal and you're not paying for studio time. We like over listen to it, and I think it's a luxury that we're definitely afforded now as independent artists, or however you want to view it, where you're doing it all yourself. I mean, if I would have paid for the studio time that it took me to do everything, it would have been way too much money. Right?
You putting a mortgage on your house,
dude. Like the guitar solo, I like so badly wanted to get the guitar solo from like just one take, right? It's like a 1.5-minute guitar solo, but like I had this vision that I'm gonna do it without any splicing, and like it was like 2 weeks, like I kept just coming down, and like I'd get it close, but like the one part wouldn't be there, and there was like certain parts I wanted to hit, so I just bit the bullet on it eventually and started splicing and crossfading. But there's only like a couple splices in the guitar solo, and I didn't do it like at the end of phrases. It always ended up being like mid phrase where I'd splice, so you can't even really tell they're splicing. But the song itself was written, there's a phrase in the song, if I fall, don't catch me, it's my time. You're familiar with the song. We've played it. My old man, I used to paint with my dad, and he'd climb up the ladders, and like 40-foot ladders, and he'd be up there and he'd be like, all right, bud, if I fall, don't catch me, it's my time to go, is what he would say. And it was like this saying, and basically, like, if somebody's on a ladder, though, for real safety knowledge here, if somebody's ever on a ladder or somewhere high and is falling, if you catch them directly, like, it's most likely gonna injure you or kill you as opposed to hurting them. So it's like a sacrifice. But apparently, like the circus clowns had like a method, like where if one of them fell, they would like come out the side and kind of shove them as they're falling, time it right, and it breaks the fall. But anyways, this is the stories like my dad would tell. But it became a lyric in the song. There's a lyric in the song, if I fall, don't catch me, because it's my time. But it's really not, I didn't really write the song for my dad necessarily, as I did thinking about, I know this is about to get dark or whatever. I'm going to start talking about death, right? It's very inevitable. I'm going to die. If everybody wasn't aware, you're going to die too.
No.
Let me get super positive here.
No.
And just thinking, something to leave my kids, and the imagery is like, and when I think of it, it's basically me in the afterlife, and awaiting my loved ones to come meet me so we can go off into the promised land or whatever you want to call it, right? So it's really the meaning of it, and I was able to sneak all my kids' names into the song. So yeah, I mean, turned out pretty good. I think it turned out
it's really good, dude. I fucking love it, man. I love what you did with the song. I love how you took the acoustic version and made it into electrified. I love your little runs and stuff that you got in it. It sounds really good, and most of all, the harmony, dude. Like I think you and your wife like nailed it. It fucking
yeah, it definitely
is killer, man.
It turned out like, I mean, honestly, it's what I heard, you know, when I started reimagining it, is more of a bigger, almost like soul. It's like soul rock, like it's got like church feel. But like I feel like it's like genre bending though. Like, I mean, it's a song that I don't really feel like can be pinned down into, like, I mean, it could be like on a country music station, but it could also be in like a jam type scenario. It could also be in just like a regular rock type scenario. So I feel like it's pretty diverse. And you know, when we recorded, Abby said it has like the feel is almost like Tennessee whiskey vibes, which has definitely crossed genre, you know?
Yeah. I think we should listen to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Cathosaurus, welcome. Good to see you. Okay, hold on. Let me pull that bitch up.
All right, I'm gonna step off for just a minute.
Sure, me too.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to the thing. Okay, everybody, let's listen to Jason's new song, his latest and greatest. It's called Soul Maybe. It's out right now. ! JB will pull up the information. Let's fucking go.
Time. 'Cause I know that you're a fighter. 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 'Cause I know that you're a fighter.
Hey there.
Nice. It's gonna go right into the just flip it. Just flip it.
Just flip it. Yeah, man, that's rock and roll, baby. I really do dig it, man. It's beautiful. Mighty, thank you so much for those 400 biddies. Look at that hype. They spell hype.
Yeah, I think the mixing mastering process. When you're dealing with like that many tracks, right? It's like it's all trial and error. And let me tell you, I had so many versions of this song, and I just started naming them stuff like Yet Another Mix. Yet Another Mix 2.
Yeah, it gets monotonous. You really have to grow your ears into that shit, man. It just takes time. It sounds great though, man. Like you can
It dialed in. Like I feel like I really, the hardest part was the vocals, like getting them to sit right with the music and not be like completely over top of it. Like it's a separate, but like be like just sitting on top of it, like in the chords of the harmonies, like layering into the chords of the music itself. And I really happy with the way that one turned out. So
yeah, absolutely, man. It was and I love the squeals. I love your squeals.
Oh, on the guitar
solos.
See, that was part of like the I didn't want to do the splicing because like there was like a couple parts where I'd like nail that pinch harmonic, and get that, but then like I wouldn't on other times. But it really I feel like I got to really show off a lot of different things in that song, as far as like the layers of the rhythm guitars as well. Like it's just during the verse it's a pretty simple distorted guitar, but then there's that clean guitar that's hitting that 2 and 4, like giving it kind of like a little swing, and then but it's still got a little nasty guitar riff underneath it too, and then the little runs in between. But there's really, it's 3 guitars, I guess, in the entire song. So
wow, it sounds huge, man. It sounds like it has a big sound to it. The reverend guitar you're playing, you like that thing, huh?
I love that thing. I told you I traded like all my guitars for it, right?
I don't know.
I did. So we got do you remember when I got that $50 estates, or that the old guitar that Abby found at the garage sale? It's like a 1959 Burl Ives Gretsch acoustic guitar and old tube amp, like I can't think of the brand right now, a tube amp, Silvertone. It was an old Silvertone tube amp. Picked it up for $50 at a sale, and I ended up getting like $350 trade-in value off of that. And I took that and like every guitar I had. I just saw this guitar at Small Box Music in Maumee, Ohio. A very nice store down there. And I had a Gibson Les Paul, that brown Les Paul that I played in the studio. I had that Gretsch hollow body. I took that up there. I took my the D'Angelico acoustic that I gigged with. I took that up there. I had a 12-string acoustic guitar that I took up there. And then I took those old guitars up there, and I was like, okay, so here's what I want to do. And I had to wait for the owner to come back because it was a pretty big, I mean, that those reverends aren't cheap, but I was able to basically get out of the deal without giving them a penny.
Wow.
Other than, I guess, the $50 that we spent for that garage sale old guitars that we found, right? I mean, here's the thing. I wasn't going to be able to put in the money to those and fix them anyways. Like the money that would have had to been put into them to make them playable again would have been pretty crazy. And it was cool to hold like a piece of history like that for a little while, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Reverend Gil Paris signature model. And it's the nicest guitar I've ever played. It's like it is what it is. Like it makes me want to play guitar more, and it's so easy to play. So
here we'll give him some samples of it. Oh, look how tiny that is. Let's see if it's super loud. Hold on.
Is this from Instagram?
Yeah.
Is that me playing? I can't hear it, but I think this is Careless Whisper, right?
Yeah.
Just a little part practicing too. But yeah, it's a sexy guitar. It's their obviously it's a Strat copy.
Yeah.
But
hey, Unya.
Man, it plays, boy. Whew. It plays like butter.
Did I say that right, Unya? That's how you say it, right?
Say what?
Someone just came in the chat. Yeah,
But we got some questions here. Cathosaurus is asking, which part of the songwriting, creation, recording process do you A, love the most, B, dislike the most? Ooh, man, that's hard to say because, a lot of the times, I can't speak for everyone, but as far as songwriting, I feel like I have to be like in a place emotionally that I don't necessarily like to be in. I'm not saying that most of my stuff comes from a darker place, but I feel like I have to be in an emotional state sometimes to do my best writing. And but I think the part I love the most is playing live, which I haven't really been able to do anymore. But I do like seeing the creation come to be, like after so the way for me when I write a song, it's different every time. Sometimes I'll hear a melody or I'll have a phrase in my head and I'll kind of just riff it, and then when it's time I pick up a guitar and then screw around with chords until I figure out what works with the melody that I'm singing, and then kind of fill in the places from there. And as I grow older, obviously the songwriting evolves, but that's mostly from an acoustic guitar standpoint. But then when I get into a more of a studio format, the options become so much different. I mean, you'd probably agree, right, Mike? I mean, you get into the studio and you can kind of, you hear something and you're like, yeah, it's not the way you want it, and then you start altering everything. So I mean, honestly, I dislike the mixing mastering process. It'd obviously be better for somebody else to do it, but in this day and age, as songwriters and artists in this arena nowadays, it's you just have to pick up your own ball and run at this point, because they're giving us the tools. Everybody can pretty much purchase the tools to have it at your house. That in 1960, when Pink Floyd was recording Dark Side of the Moon, these guys were out there cutting tape, and you got your studio engineers pressing tape together.
Yeah.
David Gilmour would just run through a bunch of solos over the parts, and then all right, cut the pieces of tape out and put them together, and it was a whole deal, right?
Yeah.
Like a whole analog deal. But now we have the access to it at our fingertips, so it's pretty incredible, actually.
I agree. You can get away with a lot with what you can do in your home studio now that you had to pay thousands of dollars for before,
or the record company paid. I mean, I don't think regular people had the ability to really record music at that caliber unless you were already rich, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, if you have money to invest into it. Yeah, man. We've come a long way, and man, I operate so simply on my Logic setup. I don't even. What are you using for your DAW?
It's Logic Pro X.
Yeah, I just use all the basic functions on there. I don't have any plugins that I'm really buying or anything. I just go right in on it.
What I learned when I was going to, when I recorded the guitar parts on this, mic my amp up. That is not a mic'd up amp. That is just
it's virtual.
It's virtual because honestly, like some of this virtual stuff and these plugins the AI is learning. It's like it's almost better and more consistent sounding than what I would have gotten if I would have done it the old fashioned way. I feel I got to pick what kind of amp, what kind of microphone, where I set the microphone up on it, and then I could go back and manipulate all the settings from the amplifiers to the microphones to the to the effects that are going into it. And I'm just like amazed at, I mean, I did dig pretty far into the plugins for guitars and stuff, but yep, nope, sorry hipsters. I used
sorry hipsters.
I used all virtual stuff on this. Hate to break it to you, I didn't record a real 1959 Fender combo with a $7,000 ribbon mic.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible what you're able to do with
oh yeah,
with
man.
technology now.
Well, and I'm the same way. I use this. I use the same shit. That all this stuff. I just use all the onboard effects and stuff. I don't have any like outside plugins. Like I
mean,
use
I do
all
have a
the
live
native
rig.
stuff.
I still have like the stuff to play, which actually I have actually been. I mean, I guess I haven't. This isn't public yet. I have been playing with a group. Yeah. Yeah, we don't play often, but they're an older jam band in the Toledo area, kind of folk jam called Decent Folk. I don't know if you know any of the guys. It's
is the banjo player in it?
Yeah, the banjo guitar player Nat.
Yeah, Nat.
Yeah, he's like the guy, and Bub is the keyboard. These guys have known each other forever, but they were looking for somebody who played leads, and I'd been getting better at it. So the bass player got Zach's old stand-up bass from him. Zach, and they were talking, music shop, and they're like, yeah, we're looking for somebody who can play lead guitar, likes jam style music. And Zach was like, well, you should hit Jason up, or I'll have him hit you up. So I hit him up, and apparently he lives 3 minutes away from my house, and that's where they practice. So
oh yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, he don't live too far from you at all, huh?
Well, the Brian, the bass player.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Nat. I've been to Nat's house before to practice.
He lives in Sylvania.
Yeah, I guess Sylvania is a little bit more than 3 minutes from you. Huh?
Oh yeah, but yeah, we're still like practicing, and
that's awesome, man.
On that route, so I'm hoping to dust off my live performance here. I don't think we'll play a lot, right? But I think maybe just get my fix in every once in a while for that live performance. So that's happening. That's pretty cool. Yeah, everybody's playing in all these bands. Mike, what the fuck? Like Zach playing in a new band called Let Her Rip is the name of the band. Like a cover style band, rock and roll.
Let Her Rip.
Let Her Rip.
I'm sorry.
like the word letter.
The word letter.
Yeah, but they're already gigging tons. Yeah, they're playing twice this weekend. It's their first weekend playing. They're playing at Dexter's on Friday, and they're playing Beer Stube in Toledo on Saturday night. I think I'll probably try to swing in there and catch Zach letting it rip up there. Drew's playing bass in a top 40 cover band.
That. I did see that.
So that it's like the end of a movie. After the it's like, and then Drew ended up playing bass in a top 40 band. Zach continued to play bass as well. So Mike, when are you gonna play bass in a fucking cover band? I'm gonna do it here soon too. Let's just all of us that
we'll all play bass in a cover.
Play bass in a cover band,
and then we'll all come together and play just bass together as a band.
Your turn. Yeah.
Well, I'm playing. I've just been playing with Reina, and it's pretty sparse, really. I've been just taking it slow because my job sort of picked up. I'm cooking a lot and shit. So,
what's your hours looking like?
I'll work like a couple. Like I'll work like 3 12s, and then have like 3 days off. I mean, it's kitchen work. It's pretty easy. It's just cooking for old people. Yeah, it's cool. It's I work with dementia patients, so it's
honestly, I don't have a lot of desire to go do solo acoustic gigs either. I just don't I just want to go play like a live band gig every once in a while, and I really don't have a whole lot of desire to every weekend that I'm off get set up to get I do want to play, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to push it hard anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like fun to work like that anymore for me. And that's kind of I know people do it for money, and God bless them, because we need musicians out there pushing it. But I feel like I had my time as far as pushing the local circuit, 43 now, protected class and all. I feel like I'll pick it up again maybe later, but I just don't feel like anymore sitting in a restaurant with my acoustic guitar being told to turn it down and play wagon wheel. Play, do you know Sweet Child of Mine? Yeah, I do. I'm not going to play it.
I'm not going to play it.
Here's another Grateful Dead song.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, no, I've been just playing, just me and her. It's been okay. I honestly just don't have time, and I don't like setting up and tearing down, bro. It's just I don't want to do that.
These guys have their own PA and stuff, and so I just have to bring.
You just have to step in with your.
Well, I mean, I still have to bring an amp and a guitar, and a microphone, and then I have some amp stands to mic amps, and probably bring a couple ground lights, and put it. I mean, I was the PA guy in back in the Green Acre Sessions in its heyday.
Let's go.
Back in its heyday. I don't I definitely don't miss 2 a.m. Packing everything out, driving home.
No, man.
But it's part of the game, and God bless our musicians that are out there working and keeping people with real live music, because it's important. It is fucking important that we don't stop playing, and venues and bars and restaurants don't stop having live music, because I think it's important that people see it on a small level like that, not just the grandiose arenas, and it seems like it's a little more intimate in those settings.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is nice, and I wouldn't mind jamming, but I'm just so far removed from the idea of having to go out and just do that stuff all the time. And obviously I work a lot, so it's what it is. I'm I'm not. I don't miss it. Like honestly, I just like being home. I don't like leaving the house really.
What about recording project? You want to work on a song with me here? Come in the future.
Sure.
I mean, we are pushing some new songs. You know, I was thinking before this podcast, I was like, man, I was listening to the song Hoodoo. Remember Hoodoo?
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that honky tonk piano line that you would play for it. I was thinking about doing something similar with Hoodoo that I did with Soul May Be There, and kind of reimagine it a little bit and give it some new life. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I can't promise anything just because I'm already in these other things. But
That's cool.
I know that sounds like a bitch shit right there. But
I can't promise anything.
No, I can't.
I do other stuff.
I do. I'm writing a fucking a Christian EP, a Christian like music EP. Like I already got a couple songs done with this lady, and so we're just finishing it up.
So you're working.
Yeah, I'm still working and behind the scenes. I'm also going to be doing like production and I'm collaborating with another girl that's coming down the line. Yeah, I'm constantly having to write in the background for for people that me and Reina work with, like writing songs for. But I want to release a song, and I already know what song I want it to be. And I'm so bummed out. I had this. It was on a hard drive, and it was a hard drive that I dropped, and it broke, and so I took it to Best Buy just because it's been sitting on a hard drive for a couple of years, and I had this great idea. I was like, oh, I'll just take it to Best Buy, or I'll see if somebody can like get the information off of it. And so they said like, oh yeah, give us it's like $150 and we'll do it. I got down there. It's like, well, $150 is like the just for us to look at it and just for us to test it and see if we need to send it off to the factory. And then they were like, it's going to be starting at like $300 or $250 or $300. I'm like, okay. So they call me one day. They send it off. They call me one day, and the lady sent me an email, and like she wouldn't tell me it over the phone. I was like, well, can you just tell me over the phone? I didn't get the email. She's like, we sent you an email. I never got an email, and she would not tell me the number over the phone. She's like, you got to look at it in the email. So she resends the email. It's like $1,600 just to like, because they have to fix it, and then they have to get the file off of it, and it was going to be $1,600 to $2,200 or some shit.
Just re-record it, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I still want to work on my shit that I haven't even had time to record. It's oh God, I didn't want to start over. I hate starting over on shit, but it'll probably come out better. Because, you got to retrace your steps. But I recorded this like 2 years ago. So I don't even remember what I was doing. I don't know.
I got a bunch of stuff in the works. The next song I'm working on, next single, I guess, Project Imagination is the name of the song. It's going to be more of like, I guess, synthy kind of way more upbeat than the last song that dealt in death.
Well, but it's a great song, man. It's a beautiful song. I really like it. I've always liked that song, even since it was The Climb acoustic.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, listen to it, everyone. Everyone, please listen to my song. You don't understand. I need 0.0001 cent for every streams. So
let me tell you,
I'm looking at about 15 cents of what I made so far off of this song, and it's just coming. I think really though, like what my next goal with this song is we've got a video in the works. Striker has paid for the Adobe Premiere. He's working, man. He's working with me at the solar plant now. So,
let's go. Hell yeah.
He's 17. I was able to get him in because he graduated last year. So
Damn.
But anyways, he's got Adobe Premiere, and we got a whole idea for a video. It's kind of like time lapse based, but it makes sense for the song, right?
Hell yeah.
So we'll get that. We'll get the video premiere. But like, what I want to start working on, and I'm really kind of a moron to it, is like, how do I pitch this song to people? I need to like be more involved in that aspect of it. I'd like to like try to. Yeah, like get it to like radio stations that play independent artists like across the country. Like I really need to like.
It's like it's all about playlists and shit. I hate how it's all about lovely ladies. Hey, welcome in.
And I did pitch it before because, like, you know, if you release a song, you can pitch it to the curators of Spotify that control all the algorithms and playlists. I don't like this one. You know? Like I pitched it to them, but I don't think it got anywhere because I'm not getting any plays with it or anything. But you know, I feel like my next step is to figure out that portion of the business, just getting plays and pitching it to the right people to see if it can get used for anything, and I can start getting into the royalty aspects of things. But you know, it's wishful thinking, I suppose. But
no, I mean, honestly,
I really don't know enough about
I'm getting royalty. I get royalty payments every month now. But
oh, really?
I do it. Yeah, I got like $200 last month, and then like I don't know 70 now, and this one I'm about to get $90. It's all off of. It's funny how it's using it. I'm getting royalty, and it's through sync. It's off of YouTube plays from my YouTube shorts that are getting plays. So like I'll put my song on a YouTube short, and I put it on one that went kind of viral, and so it was basically like playing my song 100 or 444 or 450,000 times, you know, just over the back of this video, and I got a check from YouTube for that. And then not from YouTube, but through my CD Baby, through my distributor. And they've been cutting me a check. So I've been uploading all my TikTok videos up to YouTube because TikTok doesn't pay worth a shit on their, like I have a couple videos on TikTok that went viral, and I don't see no payment, zero payment from TikTok, but you'll see plays from TikTok. So it's like, I don't even think that they pay people. I think you have to, it's on how many times people use it behind their music. Different accounts using it. I don't know.
It's so weird that that's the model now. Is like the goal is to get your song to be used as a TikTok song, right? it's such a weird like business model. It's like,
somebody dance to my.
I just want somebody to dance and use this song on TikTok so that I can get the attention of record companies or something. You know, it's such a weird business model. I think I don't know if I agree with it.
No, I don't.
So we got a Pfizer.
Here we go.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
Thank you, Pfizer. Appreciate you. You're the best. Anyways, yeah.
Basically that's where I'm at with the business now, is like,
it's
you know, like, sure, I can record music, sure, and it sounds great, that's great, but now what? Like I have this recording, everybody likes it, it cross genre, pollinates with other genres. What do I do with it though? And that's where I'm kind of a dummy, and I wish somebody would just like point me in the right direction or give me a book of contacts where I email them, you know what I mean? Like send them pitches, basically. Hey, here, check this song out. Damn, Naders Naders,
thank you for that sub. 9 months. Let's fucking go. Hold on. Wait a minute.
How dare you? How dare you?
All right. Well, Naders, you're just in time. So, Jason, I appreciate you coming back on the show. It's always nice chatting with you, my friend.
Yeah, good chat, man.
I'm going to drop the links in the show notes. So if you're listening, go ahead and get down in that shit. And then if you're man, I am fucking tired. I am so fucking tired. I'm sorry I'm so tired on you, Jason.
You should probably have gotten like your booster from Pfizer. It's one of your sponsors. The booster will wake you up a little bit.
Hell yeah, baby. Naders, thank you for that 9 month. I appreciate it. I
do appreciate you having me on here, man, to talk about that song. For anybody listening, I'm Jason Tyler Black. I am available. If you just Google me, Jason Tyler Black. I'm on all the streaming services. I've got my new single, Soul May Be, available right now. And I got some albums. I have an album, solo acoustics, live at Suburban Bottle. That's also on there if you want to deep dive into Jason Tyler Black. But we've also got some other stuff. Mike and I did JT and the Conspiracy. We got Love Drunk Wasted is out there on the internet.
The fuck out.
Green Acre Sessions. I also have kind of like a sneaky project I threw in that I didn't even promote called My Seal Liam, where I made some like trip hop type of like meditation music. I threw that in there. But yeah, I like to create music and hope people will listen to it and then figure out how to get more people to listen to it. It's my goal in life. So
just make video content and put your own music behind it and post it on YouTube Shorts. And then you'll make money off it now.
I will. I will. You have a bunch of YouTube followers though, don't you?
Like 3,000 subscribers, but that's not that much at all.
Yeah, I have like 124.
Well, YouTube, I'm still not monetized on YouTube. I'm honestly not making any money off of Shorts, only other than through my own music.
Oh, because of the royalties of the song. I see.
I'm not making money through YouTube. I'm not monetized on YouTube, but I'm making money off of my shit, and I'm just like Shorts is weird because it's only 1 minute, so I have to edit down my stories that I do on TikTok to fit the Shorts. And sometimes, I'll get like 2,000, 5,000 plays on it. One got like 455,000 plays or something. But in order to get monetized through Shorts, you got to get like, 30 million views for your Shorts. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Or 4,000 watch hours.
They really cut the little man out of it, didn't they? Because there's still ads getting played on people's stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
So that's still happening. Still ads, but you don't get nothing for it when people go to your content. It's not if it's not big enough.
Yeah. Well, I am monetized on TikTok. It's not a whole lot of money. Them China bucks. Yeah, Naders knows all about the China bucks.
Well, take them while you can get them, because the TikTok ban is right, but it's not really a TikTok ban, is it? Have you looked into this?
Yeah, it's
not good.
No, it's not. They want to basically control the whole internet.
Yeah, we just want the internet, and that's it.
Yeah, no, they want to make sure that no one can communicate when the dollar bottoms out, and everyone wants to organize against the powers that be. They'll be able to say that everything on the internet is foreign intervention and misinformation, and they'll be able to shut down sites, and no one will be able to communicate with each other. No one can organize, and then everybody will just live in their depressive misery from their money not being worth a shit.
What's new? Is that different?
All right, Jason, man, I appreciate you coming on the show again. I've been asking everybody, what's the best piece of advice you've gotten
in my life?
Yeah, whatever.
Holy moly, that's a loaded question. But I think if I could give advice, I would say this is a marathon, not a sprint. I think people are too short-sighted. We live day to day as it is, but I think, once you start not seeking so much the instant gratification of day-to-day life and the culture the way it is, I think it's a better way to live. Like, think about yourself 3 to 5 years from now. Like, so what you do today creates the person and the life that you live in 3 to 5 years, with the change in your habits and the change in your repetition. So, it's a simple phrase. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But when I get into it, that's the way I feel about it. Is life is long, and your climb is far from done. Right?
Oh.
You've got a lot of life left to live in you, and make the changes today for the life that you want to live in the future.
Look at that. Everybody, put your hands together for today's guest, Jason Tyler Black. Thank you so much for gracing us once again. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Of course. I'll be talking to you, my friend. Everybody, Jason Tyler Black. All right, man. Peace. There goes Jason Black. There goes Jason Black. Yeah. Clap his cheeks. Clap his cheeks. There goes Jason Black. There goes Jason Black. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you, Jason, for being here.
Yeah, Jason Tyler Black. Let's go. Jason Tyler Black. Let's go, bitch. I forgot about the time change.
You forgot about the time change? How dare you, Naders? You don't forget about the time change, all right? We're not here to forget about time changes. We're here to forget about all our problems that are plaguing us from day to day.